anything that's in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy power, and a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High thy power in vain. For the Most High will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Most High thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Most High earth and the sea and all that in the midst, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Most High blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Most High thy power giveth thee. Thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
For giving us the Shabbat day. We pray to you, Heavenly Father, to send your righteous angels to encamp with us and to minister unto us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding contained in our holy scriptures. Brother, the Holy One of Israel, the Almighty Yahweh, the creator of heaven and earth, and all that in them is. Was I, if thou were to dwell with us this evening and minister and open up our mind and our spirit to thy word, so that we may be blessed, enemies, and set up against all the wiles of Shaitan, and we can stand as soldiers in thy army. All this we ask in the name of Mashiach Yahweh Shai, Tawadat Yah, Amen. Amen. We shall be seated. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Right, Sabbath and peace to all of you. Sabbath and peace to all those online. All praises be to the power of Amos and Jacob, the power of Israel. All right, so we're going to go into a few things this evening, but, more so understanding that, time is short. The signs are being shown. What in this time, we need to be concentrating on getting ourselves prepared for change. All right, a lot of us got lax and comfortable in America, comfortable. Esau made things real cushy in prison, But you might, if you get too comfortable in prison, then you're gonna stop wanting to get out. You know what I mean? And this captivity, albeit a long captivity, it's still not our home. And we always got to remember that. As comfortable as we try to make it, this is not our destination. This is part of the journey. And the scriptures is clear, the promise is clear, that Israel is going to return to their own land. That the land that was promised to Abraham, Isaac, and then crossed on to Jacob, the land of Israel, is our promised land. Okay, that's where the kingdom, that's where we're going to dwell. And that's where we're going back to. You know what I mean? So as we sow deep roots here in this kingdom, remember that this is not it. All right. So sometimes, a lot of you growing up in age, and you're gonna be thinking about industries, your careers, and building your retirement and things of that sort. And you can do all those things, but you have to be able to do it without putting your whole heart into it, because you don't want to be disappointed. You never want to be like Lot's wife. Time to leave Sodom, she was caught looking back. Why was she looking back? Because she remembered all the things that she had in Sodom. Even though Sodom was a wicked place, she was still looking back. Because what? It was a home to her. She was attached to it. You know what I mean? She had a love for that. You can't love this place. Okay? As much as we use it and we gotta do what we gotta do, we gotta survive, we gotta work, we gotta get the things that's needed for our survival. We gotta take care of our families, ourselves, our nation, but you can't get comfortable in Babylon. Okay? Can't get too comfortable here. All right, so that's we're gonna pretty much go through some scriptures concerning that comfortability. So let's get Colossians 3 verse 17. Let's open up with that, giving all praise to the Most High and my Yahusha.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Yahusha. Give thanks to Yahweh and the Father by him.
Right. Let's get Matthew 10 and 5.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 5.
Matter of fact, start with verse 10 and 1.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 1.
Okay.
And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
Right, so Mashiach Yahushua gave power onto his disciples to do what? Heal the people. Okay? He didn't give them power to Esau and shoot rays and burn down Rome and Herod knock him off his throne and all kinds. No. He gave them power. He could have given them power for whatever he wanted to give them power for. Power to do. But what did he give them power to do? Heal the people. Right? Heal the people. Gave them spiritual power against all manner of sickness. Because the focus for us as soldiers of the Most High is to what? Raise Israel. The focus is not to beat down Esau. Right? That's not the focus for Israel. Right? Should we be beating down Esau right now? No. Should we be doing that? What was instructed? What were we instructed by the Most High? Hold on a second. Let me change the battery. Slide. Read that again, Matt. Let me change this.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
There's got to be some spirits. All manner of sickness and all manner of disease. So that's what the power was given for. To help Israel. Because that's what the Most High is concerned with. You're only concerned with Israel. You're not concerned with these nations. If you want to destroy these nations, he could do it overnight. You realize it would take the Most High no energy power to destroy Esau and all his armies. Overnight, he could destroy it. You know how long it's going to take him to destroy Esau? How long is it going to take him? Who knows?
How long?
Yeah. Let's look at that real quick. Get the book of Revelations.
1 hour.
Can't answer the questions if you're up here. I tell you. Get Revelations 18. Okay. 18 and verse 10. We'll start with 9.
The book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her
Right?
shall bewail her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Right, the smoke of her burning. What is that? Who's a her? It's talking about Babylon. The virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America. That's the her. Okay, that's going to be destroyed. That's why when you read it higher up the top, let's get that understanding. Read verse 4.
Book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4.
Come on.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying,
What does it say?
come out of her.
Come out of what?
Come out of her.
Come out of her. Read on.
My people.
My people. Who's the Most High's people?
Israel.
So he's telling Israel, come out of her. Right? And do not what? Read on.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
That be not partakers of her sins. So the her is a sinful kingdom. Okay? I just changed it so it's lit. So I don't know. Maybe pull up the antenna for me. Maybe that's what the kid is. Right? Come out of her, this sinful nation, this sinful kingdom, partakers of her sins. Okay? The her is talking about Lady Liberty, man. It's talking about the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay? Let's get that. Get our Jeremiah 50. All right, give me 50 and 42.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 42. They shall hold the bow, the bow, and the lance, rule and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one that put in array, like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon.
Right, so everything are going to come up against the daughter of Babylon. Right? The daughter of Babylon is the offspring of ancient Babylon. Okay? Just like you had ancient Babylon with Nebuchadnezzar, with Nimrod, then you have the daughter of Babylon, which is Babylon coming back a second time, which is the offspring that has the attributes of Babylon. Okay? Which is referring to this nation here. America is that virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay? It holds the customs, the Babylonian customs here. That's why they celebrate Christmas and all these things. They get all that from Babylonian roots. Right? Even when you look at the Pope, right? Because Rome always idolized Babylon. So you see that hat that the Pope wears, right? That's the same hat that Nimrod wore, right? And Nebuchadnezzar wore. And now the Pope wears the same hat. It's a fish mouth. Okay? So they uphold these customs. That's why they call it the offspring of Babylon. Okay? When you read it, about the daughter of Babylon in the scriptures is talking about the second Babylon that rises. Okay, give me also Psalms 137 and verse 8.
The book of Psalms 137 and verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Right, happy shall we be that rewardeth thee as he served us. So how does Babylon serve the world? What did it do? By war, right? Even to this day, they threaten more war, right? By bloodshed, taking over lands, telling nations what they can do, can't do, no-fly zones, setting up embargoes and tariffs and all kinds of things, trying to control the whole earth, controlling the whole earth. That's what Babylon did. Okay, all that is part of the attributes of ancient Babylon, was trying to take over everything. Okay, they have that same this kingdom we're in now. Okay, let's get a couple more. Get Isaiah 47 and 1.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right, he said, come down and sit in the dust. Why? Because he's on high, top nation on the earth, right? Right? America's a top nation on the earth still, even though the economy is crumbling, they falling. We watching them fall. Every other nation's currency is starting to become more than America's currency. It's going to be no longer going to be the world traded currency. All these things are going to take place. But when the money fails, what do you do next? Huh? Anybody? That's it, right? They said, listen, you know, we have people say in the hood all the time, listen, if I don't got no money, I got to get what I got to get. They're going to resort to different methods of getting that, okay? They ain't going to sit back and wait for something bad to happen. They're going to listen, I don't got the money, I'm going to go get that, you know? And they're going to get the guns, or they're going to get the ski masks, or they're going to start scheming, they're going to start doing what they got, snatching, they're going to do what they got to do. That's how America's going to get. When that money really start failing, and what? Their armies, their neighbors, they're going to pick fights and cause war because there's money in war. Why? Because people fear in war, right? So when people are fearing, they're looking for you for your help. Okay, now I'm the man again, right? Before I was nothing because my economy fell apart because I'm foolish, okay? The nation's a very foolish nation when it comes to economics, okay? And when that economics fail, they resort back to their army. That's why in the time of recession, when the Bushes, what do? They trumped that whole battling, looking for weapons of mass destruction from Saddam. Have they found those yet? Right? How long ago was that? You got to think about that. How long ago was that? That's over 10 years ago? No, it's further back. So we going way back now, right? It was like 15 years ago, right? So they've seen this economic downturn, and they said, yo, you know what we need? We need a war, so we can get these economic recharge again. So they did that, and it helped out for a while. It gave them afloat for a little while, right? Then it dipped back down again. I said, man, what are you gonna do? Oh, found Saddam Hussein. Oh, we threw him in the river. Nobody can see him. But yo, you just seen that mummy fall in the river. All right now, right? So this is what they cause these conflicts. Right now, what? They trumping up this whole Russian thing, right? This whole what they call what's that? Kim, you know, King Ju what? Yeah, that dude right there. I can never say his name. Kim Jong. Kim Jong?
Kim Ju-ho, I think.
I don't know, man. That sounds like some crazy movie, man. What's his real name, man? I don't know what that one. That sounds like at all. Right?
From North Korea?
Yeah. Kim Chu-hung. All right, that dude right there. He disappeared for a while. You know, why they do? They trump up these conflicts to cause economics, because they need to rely on their army. That's how they found this nation, on their armies. When Christopher Columbus came over here, what was the people that came to him called?
Wait, say what?
What was the people that came when Christopher Columbus called when they came to America? No, I heard somebody say it. Conquistadors. What does the word conquistador mean? It means conquerors. So they didn't come here looking for no land, no spice. Well, that's all nonsense. Where you gonna get? I'm gonna get conquerors, so we gonna get these this black pepper. They didn't come here looking for no curry powder. Are they currying stuff? No curry nothing in Europe anyway. Right? They came out here looking to conquer something, and that's what they did. They knew who was over here. They knew how they got here, and they knew exactly what they came to do. All right. There was no we got lost on the way to India, and a year later end up in America. Come on. That didn't happen. That's nonsense. Right? Yeah.
Oh, his name was Kim Jong-un. Sorry.
I know that name you trying to give me. I wasn't gonna repeat it. It didn't sound right. Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un. Yeah. We just call him Kim, man. For sure. Right? So they trying to trump up something against Kim, trying to make him fire some missiles to Guam so they can run up in there and desert storm these people. Right? That's what they want to do. That's all they want to do. But they, you know what? After a while, his antics ain't going to work. You know why? Because the scriptures prophesy. Read that verse again. You in Isaiah 47, right? Mm-hmm. Read 47:1 again. Scriptures prophesy. Come on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 1.
Come on.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right. If we're a virgin daughter, America's a virgin daughter because it's never seen any real war on this land. Nobody has, that little Persian Gulf was nothing. Right? They hit the Persian Gulf, they dropped more bombs in the water than anything else. Right? But then they went over there, they're darn near destroyed Japan over there. Mm-hmm. Drop a bomb in there that to this day, people are being born deformed from the bomb that they dropped. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. To this day, deformity is in those people. So that's the kind of payback, that America deals with. So that's why they call it the virgin daughter. Nobody really dropped no real bombs on this land, right? Read on.
Sit on the ground.
Sit on the ground. Get down. Come on.
There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees.
Right? They take away your throne, man. You ain't gonna be ruling no more. Read on.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
You ain't called tender and delicate no more. You know why? Because bombs gonna blow up in your land. Mm-hmm. People gonna be bombing you. Right? Ain't gonna be so pretty no more. Ain't gonna be the land where nobody touches us. Right? You're gonna be getting blown up by one set of people on this side, another nation gonna be trying to shoot you on the other side. Right? Read on.
Take the millstones and grind meal.
Come on.
Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
Come on.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Thy what?
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Right. All the shame is going to be shown in this country. Your nakedness is going to be uncovered. That's the threat that the Most High put on the daughter of Babylon. It's going to come in the past. If you seeing it when you watch the news, you seeing the opening acts of this thing to take place. It's going to take some time. It ain't going to be overnight, but trust, it's starting. Read.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Right, thy shame shall be seen, man. Read.
I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man.
Right. He said, I'll take vengeance, and I ain't coming as a man. Okay. Most High said, I'm gonna take vengeance, but it ain't gonna be man. How did Most High come? Huh? Get on Isaiah 29, verse 6. Isaiah 29, verse 6, and also
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, in verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Most High host with thunder.
With what?
Thunder.
With thunder, you know.
And with earthquake.
Come on.
And great noise. With storm and tempest. And the flame of devouring fire.
Right, that ain't a man. Right? The very elements is going to come up against this country. They've been battling brush fires in the southwest, in the Midwest, for how long? Trying to get it under control. Acres, hundreds of thousands of acres on fire, along with flooding, along with, you know, they said some of the worst weather ever in this country in the last couple of years. They blame it on global warming. The scientists are coming out saying, oh, it's because of the global warming. No, the Most High is bringing judgment on this country. For them to deal with, trust me, they got the National Guard dealing with flooding. Then they're going to have wars on their hand on top of that. That's going to be too much for them to deal with at the same time. Okay? Most High pouring out the spirit of vengeance. Let's get that. The spirit of vengeance. Get the Apocrypha. And the 39th chapter. Let's start with the 28th verse. 39:28. In Ecclesiastes 39:28.
The book of Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 39 and verse 28.
Come on.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Right. So the Most High said He's gonna have vengeance on this land, and His spirit's created just to carry out these vengeance. Read on.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Come on.
Fire and hail and famine and death.
Right.
All these were created for vengeance.
Come on.
Teeth of wild beasts
and
scorpions.
Right.
Serpents and the sword.
Come on.
Punishing the wicked to destruction.
Right. So He said, I will not meet thee as a man. Look how many different devices the Most High will meet him with. All right. We got storm, tempest, thunder, fire, devouring fire. We got scorpions. We got teeth of beasts. We got famine, hail. He could come at this nation with all manner of natural disasters, as they call it, as well as the waster, which is talking about the missiles. Okay. Read on.
They shall rejoice in his commandments, and they shall be ready upon earth when he is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Therefore, from the beginning, I was resolved and thought upon these things, and have left them in writing.
Right.
All the works of the Most High are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season. Right.
So when the time is right, these things are going to take place. That's what they call due season. If it's not due season, it ain't going to happen. A lot of times we want to see it happen, but it's not the season. It's not time yet. Right? But the time is coming. The time is at hand, actually. Our salvation is there in what we believe. All right, so let's go back to Isaiah. He's in 47 and I believe verse 3.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered,
Right?
yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not beat thee as a man.
Read on.
As for our Redeemer,
Right?
the Most High of Hosts is his name,
Right?
the Holy One of Israel.
The who?
The Holy One of Israel.
Right. Our Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, is going to do all these things. All right. The Holy One of Israel is going to redeem us when this destruction takes place. So when we look for the destruction, we also looking for what? The deliverance, the salvation. They go hand in hand. All right. Give me Zechariah, the 2nd chapter. Zechariah 2, 6. Zechariah 2, 6.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 2 and verse 6. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north.
Right?
Saith the Most High.
So that's the song right there. That's going to be the new song right there. So it says, ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north. Okay? Most High got songs in the scriptures. All right? So why is he telling us to flee from the land of the north? Because where are we living? North America, right? You say, come forth and flee from the land of the north. All right? Read on.
For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Most High.
Come on.
Deliver thyself, O Zion,
Right.
that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon.
That dwell where?
With the daughter of Babylon.
That dwelleth with the daughter of Babylon. That's where we dwell in the daughter of Babylon. Okay, read on.
For thus saith the Most High of Hosts.
What do you say?
After the glory hath he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you.
Which what?
Which spoiled you.
Right, which took all our stuff.
Uh-huh.
That's what it means by say spoiled you. Made a spoil out of you. Took away everything. Read.
For he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye.
Oh, he got judgment lined up for them, man. Most I got judgment lined up for this nation. Okay, read on.
For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants.
Right, they're going to be a spoil to their servants. So who was their servants? We were. They're going to be a spoil to you. He's going to shake the hand at them, meaning that he's going to set them straight. And they're going to be your servants. They're going to be your spoil. You're going to possess that. Read.
And ye shall know that the Most High Hosts have sent me.
That's right. You're going to know that the Most High Hosts sent me. Right. Read on.
Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion. For lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith the Most High.
Right. So he dwells in the midst of the children of Israel. So we got our back, not the whole world, but he dwells in the midst of thee. That's the promise of the Most High. He's going to deal with this virgin daughter, man. Babylon will get dealt with. Right? But just like he told us in our Revelations, we got to flee out of her, meaning that we got to separate ourselves from her sins, man. We got to really part ourselves and don't become so comfortable in America, man. Don't get wrapped up in the football games and the basketball. And some people live their life for sports. You go to their house, you would swear it was on the Redskins team. You get in the house, like, what the hell happened here? Yeah. Redskins on everything, every cup, every one, they sit there in a red hat. You like, what the hell? Because our people get what? They get wrapped in.
Yeah.
They'll take your whole spirit, man. Things in this world will take your whole spirit. Listen, we gotta learn how to use this word, don't abuse it. Scripture said. Okay? I'm not telling anybody you gotta lock yourself in your room and you can't deal with nothing. Whatever you dealing with, don't put your all into it. The Most High is supposed to be first, man, all the time. Yah is first. Whatever else come afterwards. If something come in your life that's taking you away from Yah, nah, it gotta go. It gotta go. And if you don't live that way, you're gonna get caught up. Something gonna catch you up, man. It's gonna be something you really like. You know what I mean? Something you might like music. You might want to be a rapper. Something to inspire rappers. Right? You got to put Yah first. Right? Okay? You might want to be a martial artist. All right? You might like to hit the gym. I don't know. You know? You might be into gymnastics. Right? Not pointing out anybody. Right? So, whatever you're dealing with, Yah come first. Okay? Yah come first. All right? And that's the key to not getting pulled away from the grace of the Most High. Okay? Stay in, go to Jeremiah. Go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah. See, some people read these scriptures and start buying plane tickets when it says to flee out of America. But what's the point of you fleeing out the land physically and you carrying all the customs with you? So now you leave America and now you having Thanksgiving in Tibet. You're still in Babylon. So you can't, it's not a physical flee. It is a spiritual, mental flee. It's how you live your life. That's what changes you. You see, the people in the churches, they swear they put God first. They will tell you up and down, oh, my Jesus, my God, oh, I put God first. But really check them out, man. Because how do you put the Most High first? That means you got to go to the Most High to make all your decisions. Okay? Hold that before we get in Jeremiah. I want to prove something real quick. Get on Proverbs 3 and 5. You're going to be holding Jeremiah. We're going to go there.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Most High with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
And do what?
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
So now, to trust in the Most High, you have to lean not upon thy own understanding. That means when you go to make a decision, the decision has to be based upon what the Father said. Right? If I see a young woman and I want to be her husband, I got to deal with her according to how the Most High told me to deal with her. I can't lean upon my own understanding. Vice versa. Right? Even a woman, she see a man want to be what she wants to be his wife, she has to deal with him according to what the Father said. But then you go on the church system and they say, well, you got to put a ring on it. And you got to take me down the aisle. And we got to have this whole wedding and this and that. And where's that in the scriptures? I'm still finding the page where that's in the scriptures. Right? Why isn't it being promoted what the Father said? Why? Because they lean upon their own understanding. They don't really put the Most High first. They talk about the Most High first. Right? Like the scriptures say, they draw near me with their mouths, but their heart is far from me. They always talking about God. But are you really living the way the Most High told us to do things? Are you really following it? Because if you're not, then you're not putting Yah first. You're putting your own feelings first and attaching Yah's name to your feelings. And that is blasphemy. Okay? You cannot say the Most High said to do something that he did not say. Then you're blaspheming the word of the Most High. Right? So we keep that in mind. So let's get back to Jeremiah 51, verse 6.
Oh,
Huh?
I said Proverbs 6.
No, we're going to come out of that.
Oh, okay.
I ain't going to say too long. I just wanted to prove that point. They said put it in Most High first.
Oh,
Because these churches swear they put him first. They always, oh, Jesus, I want them, my Jesus and my Lord and this and that. They ain't talking about the law, but when you got dressed this morning, did you consider the law? Did you consider what the Father said? When you put your clothes on this morning? That's somebody that's following the Most High. When you go to the barber shop to get a haircut, you sit and chill. Did you consider what the Father said? When you go to buy your groceries in the grocery store, are you considering what the Father said? And if you're not, then how are you putting it first? When you decide when to work, when not to work, did you consider what the Father said? Okay? If you're not following the laws, then what are you following? You're leaning on your own understanding. Right? You following tradition. You following the precepts of man. You following what their parents, what your parents did, their parents did. But the scriptures say our fathers have sinned and are not. We are born there in iniquity. Right? Lamentations 5 and 7. So we have to be mindful of that, following traditions. All right, read what you got. Jeremiah 51 and 6. Well, you can start with 5.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 5.
Good.
Flee out of the
Verse
midst.
5, verse 5.
Oh, sorry. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power of the Lord of hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Though their land, Slander, was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel.
Right, so what is he saying here? The Most High has totally forsaken us. Even though our people are sinful and have committed an iniquity, he didn't totally forget us, man. Okay? He remembers his children. He remembers you all. And he's going to remember us and he's going to bring us into that covenant once again. Okay? Read on.
Verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
Read it again.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
Right, so you might read that, you might think, oh man, let me get a plane ticket. Bus ticket, train ticket, boat ticket. Right? To flee out of the midst of Babylon and save every man his soul. Meaning that the midst of Babylon is the midst of his ways. Okay, flee, run, read. Let's see what it's saying.
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
That's why it says, don't be a partaker of her sins in Revelation. It says, be not cut off in her iniquity. That means don't get destroyed when America gets destroyed. Don't let it be your demise too, because you are wrapped up in her iniquity. Read on.
For this is the time of the Most High's vengeance.
Because this is the time of the Most High's vengeance. Read.
He will render unto her a recompense.
Pay back. Come on.
Babylon have been a golden cup in the Most High's hand,
Right.
that made all the earth drunken.
Right. So now where you going to run? Babylon has been a golden cup in the Most High's hand that made all the earth drunken. That means what? Everywhere you go on this earth, what? It's the same sins, man. It's the same. You can go to Africa. You can go to Australia. I don't care where you go. Sin is in. Okay? Nowhere on this earth is the laws of the Most High being followed and probably put on high. You can go to Jerusalem and they have a gay parade right through Tel Aviv. Talk about tolerance. You can't physically run from the Most High, from the judgment on this earth. We have to part ourselves here. That's the only way. And once you part yourself here, then physically you part yourself from all that sinful behavior. But if you hold on to this world, you're going to be drawn in, man. You're going to be drawn in. It's going to be like an anchor on your ankle. When it comes time to make that decision, looking back like Lot's wife. Okay? Don't get caught out there. Okay? Don't get caught out there in the American dream, all these type of dreams. Listen, make things happen. Don't get me wrong. Don't sit there wasting time waiting on something and blame the scriptures, 10 years later for why you ain't do nothing. Right? I'm telling you, don't be simple now. But put the Most High first. Whatever you venture into, put Yah first. Keep your Sabbaths. Keep your new moons. Keep your high holy days. Stay in contact with your brothers and sisters in this truth. Please stay in contact with your nation. Still do what you need to build a nation. Whatever you build for the build your home, don't forget to build the Most High's home. Right? We read about that in what? What is that? Haggai? Haggai? They build their own homes.
Oh yeah.
And my homes lay waste.
Yeah.
Right? Father told us about that. He said you're gonna blow on your money if you do that. He said you're gonna be broke as a joke. Because you forgot about the Most High. You forsook him. Amen. So I know we got a lot of young people there, y'all in the age of growing up and starting to establish yourselves in this nation or case may be in this industries or whatever. Don't forget to put the Most High first. Whatever you get into, whatever industry you're going into. Okay? That might help you in your decision making on what you need to be getting into. Right? In some industries, you can't put the Most High first. Something's just too wicked. Okay? So you got to keep that in mind. But we need, in Israel, we need dentists and doctors and lawyers and mechanics, electricians, and everything else that helps us survive in this kingdom. Okay? So whatever industry you decided to impart yourself to, remember the nation. Okay? How can I work this, help the nation? If there's nothing that a particular job you do, maybe there's some extra funds coming in, you can help build something in the nation. Join with somebody else, build up something. But make sure you put your brick into the nation. Okay? Remember, when you talk about the nation, you're talking about the Most High's precious one. Man. We are all gold and diamonds and silver in his eyes. Man. We're his precious ones. We're his hidden ones. Okay? So we have to learn how to even care about our people that's outside the doors. Hopefully they'll wake up. Remember, we started out this class, the 12 disciples was given power to heal the people. Spiritual power was given unto them. Power over spirits. And what did they do? Heal people with it. They could have got spiritual power. They could have been like X-Men. They could have rolled on the Romans, flying all over the place, cause all kind of havoc. That's in the imaginations. A lot of brothers, I hear them talking on YouTube or something like that. They want their spiritual power. Oh, you get and you're like, that's not where did they read that in the scriptures? They didn't give no spiritual power. Get over here. Mortal Kombat. You know that Mortal Kombat spiritual power. You ain't getting that. I don't see that in the scriptures. Imagination kind of running wild. But I do see when the spiritual power was given and it was healing people. Right? They were shutting stuff down. And when the nations came against us, the spiritual power defended us by opening up the sea and closing it back and destroying them. We didn't go running up in Pharaoh's castle, you know what I mean? Putting people to death in the hallways. We didn't do that. They were coming after us, and the spiritual power showed them who's boss. Back up. Okay? These are things we got to look at as we go through the scriptures. Look at the whole concept, what's happening. So, read on.
Have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Read.
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Right.
How for her?
Right.
Take balm for her pain.
Come on.
If so be she may be healed.
Read.
We would have healed Babylon.
Come on.
But she is not healed.
She ain't going to be healed. Read on.
forsake her,
Do what?
forsake
What does
her,
it mean to forsake something? What does that mean, forsake? To what? To shun, that's a good word. To leave, to depart, from separate yourself. That's what it means to forsake. Right? Renounce, give up. Don't want nothing to do. That's what we do with her, man. We forsake her. Okay? We live here, but in our spirit, in our hearts, in our knowledge, in our everything that matters, we forsake her. Okay? Because we're not going down with her. We pledge no allegiance to this flag. They got this cat, Kevin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick? Yeah, I'm not going these names. I know his names. Colin Kaepernick take a knee, now he can't get a job. This guy gonna be working at the UPS. They might not even hire him. But he bad for the company. Because he took a knee and protest against Esau and the wickedness that he's doing. That show you how much this nation don't respect us. They only respect us when we go along with what they want us to go along with. But as soon as you hold your ground, you're going to see everybody around you turn on you. As soon as you stop going along with it, everybody love you when you're doing everything that everybody wants you to do. You go to school, get a degree, oh, you graduated. Oh, let me get some money. Let me get a pat you on the back. Nobody's going to pat you on the back for keeping Most High's commandments. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll pat you on the back if that matters to you, right? But I would say nobody else. Your family don't care that you kept Torah this week. They don't care less. They want to see you prosper in this kingdom because their heart is in this kingdom. The goodness, whatever is good is what Esau told them that's good. But they tell them, oh, you got to go to college, you got to do this, you got to do that. They wouldn't care if you went to college to learn absolutely nothing as long as you go. Very seriously. What you learning is more important than you going in that door, but they would rather you go in that door and learn nothing just to say, I went there, I got an education. Because they believe in that wholeheartedly. Okay. When you go to school for a purpose. Come out there knowing something, all right, that you can expound and build on. Spend all that money, your parents' money, most of the time, some of the time. Sometimes your own money, right? Come out there and make $11 an hour. Really? What? 8 years you spent up in there? Well, nobody do it in 4 years no more. They take this class here, class there. See what I mean? And you got to get a master's at least. For the paper worth anything, that BA is BS. You better get yourself a master's and you don't go up in there. Right? PhD even. So you get some bread, somebody might hit you off with some money. Right? If that's the case, you're going to spend that time some company and work your way up and get the money that way. Yeah, it is what it is. Get certified in things, licensed to do things. Okay, when you hold a license, you hold a certified, and nobody can own you. Right? These are little things, but they make a big difference. Okay, if you only learning on the job learning, you don't got no license or certificate. That job that you go, guess what? That's a well wasted time. Nobody else don't care what you're doing over there. Okay, you get yourself certified, and licensed in whatever industry it is. This way they don't own you. You can move around. You can have a little swag when you walk through a hallway at a job. You know, they gotta be damn. Is that the boss? Let me make myself look busy. Guys that certified, the boss come by and be like, yeah, what up? What up? Yeah, I get it done. Because they know already. They need you. I don't need you. They're going to treat you like they don't need you. That's another class, man. We'll go into that some other time. All right, let's read on.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 9. We would have healed Babylon,
Right?
but she is not healed.
Right, ain't healing her. Read.
Forsake her,
That's right. Leave her. Come on.
and let us go every one into his own country.
Which country?
His own country.
Is this our own country? La-ah. Let everyone go to his own country. Forget about Babylon. America's going to be destroyed. It's no more. Everybody's going to have to leave. All right? You know they say the party's over, they turn the lights on, right? They turn the music off, they just go home. Go somewhere. You can't stay here. America's shutting down. Okay? Everybody's going to have to go back to their own country. The Chinese going to have to go back to China. The Indians going to have to go back to India. Everybody got to leave. Clear it. Okay? So that what? We can reset this thing. And when this thing is reset, the Lord will come out of Zion. Zion is going to be the capital of this earth. Right? It ain't going to be no more America. America's the capital of the earth right now. Right? When New York, they had a building what's called the World Trade Center. Right? They knocked it down and put another one up. Okay? Why? Because all world trade comes to America. All right? If Italy wants to trade with France, do you know America plays a role in that? The United States have to sanction that. The United States to come and say, no, you guys can't trade. Right? Right now, in the news, that we're talking about Venezuela's relationship with Russia. America not happy with this. Now, what does Venezuela and Russia got to do with you, America? Right? That's an A and B situation right there. Right? Yeah. But they ain't going to see the way they seen right. They're going to see it. They're going to make sure that things go down the way they want it to go down because that's what they do. All right? That's how you keep control. All right? But that's going to be no more. If that alone is going to create a new earth. Okay? Because the way things run now, everything funnels through America from every country. You know, they're monitoring everything. Oh, what are they doing over there? They're building missiles. Who's giving them this money for these? Who's giving them parts? Where they getting that metal from? Where they getting that atomic? Oh, they ain't gonna sell it to them? Oh no, we're gonna go see them. Okay. Because they gotta shut that down. Okay. Read.
For her judgment reacheth unto heaven.
Her judgment reached where?
Unto heaven.
Her judgment has reached unto heaven. Meaning the Most High said, all right, that's it. I've had enough of Babylon the Great. Right? The virgin daughter of Babylon. You know?
And is lifted up even to the skies. The Most High have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Most High, our power.
That's what we're doing. Read that verse again.
The Most High have brought forth our righteousness.
The Most High has brought forth our righteousness. What is our righteousness? There it is. Deuteronomy 6:25. Get it. Get it. Because it's being brought forth. That's what's been hid from our people for generations and generations. And now being revealed to us. Our righteousness. See how everything works together? The downfall of Babylon is because we are waking up to our righteousness. These things have to happen at the same time. Back in the days, people were talking about 2000, these different years. It wasn't enough Israel yet. rise as this nation falls, or our rising is causing the nation to fall. We haven't risen high enough yet. The more Israelites you see, the more organizations that build, the more you see an Israelite being promoted, the more you're going to see the decline of America. And a lot of you are making the connection. The more entertainers that come forth and say they're Israelites, and they got audiences of millions and billions of people, okay? That means Israel is rising in the minds of the people. When it says rise, it means be in the forefront, in the minds of the people. They're waking up. As that happens, guess what? The nation has to decline. Two kings can't sit on the same throne. As we prepare ourselves for rulership, they got to prepare themselves for slavery. They have to go down. Right? Read.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, and verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness.
It shall be our what?
Our righteousness.
It shall be our righteousness that what? Read.
If we observe to do all these commandments,
right,
before the Most High our power,
come on,
as He hath commanded us.
Right. So what? That's our righteousness. Go back now to Jeremiah.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 10.
Read it again. Read slow.
The Most High have brought forth our righteousness.
That's what happened. We brought forth the law. He gave us back our laws, our statutes, our commandments. Now we keeping tabernacles. We preparing for the Day of Atonement. Memorial blowing the trumpets. We keeping the Sabbath. How long was our parents, their parents, and their parents weren't doing this? Okay. There was very few and far between. A couple generations ago, this was something that was foreign. It's not that long ago. This was foreign. Now it's going like a wildfire. Why? Because the time is coming. Read.
Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Most High, our power.
Right, and we declare that in Zion. Where do we go? We go out and teach the people. We on the YouTubes. We on the Facebook. Right? We on the World Star. Daily Motions. Okay? Instagram. Right? The word is going out. We on the streets. We on the radio. Right? We are hitting, it's hitting hard, man. They about to see brothers in different walks of life in the high levels in the society wearing their fringes, man. Imagine you turn on CNN. You got guys in the suit, they sitting there. And I'm back to you, John. And John comes on, he got a Mitri on. Thanks, Bill. And you're gonna bug out. You're like, wait a second, we got our fringes and our righteous apparel on TV? Right? Right? Guys playing basketball, they shaking. You see the fringes? They got a little extra juke in their fringes. You gonna wild out. But remember, I tell you, Israel rising. Cats will be rapping music videos. Women got long skirts on. They be dancing. What kind of video is this? Ain't gonna be no red bottoms, long heels, none of that nonsense. Right? This is gonna have a righteous apparel on, but gonna be rapping fringes, waters. Right? We see it on little level right now. I'm talking about you turning on, BT and seeing this. It's on the rise. That's what you're going to see. When you see that, you know time is done. America's finished. All right? When you see Israel on that level, America is done. Because he's coming now. Because ain't no way. To wake up them, the Black Eagle television, for them to wake up? Man, listen. Only the Most High can wake that situation. That's the depth of darkness. All right? But yeah, no more exploiting our women. No more men exploiting themselves. No more men trying to beat women, women trying to beat men. You know what I mean? Putting away all the evil spirits out of Israel. They're still going to be in the world, but we try to take them out of Israel. Okay, that's only we concerned. We don't care what Esau is doing. We don't care how many boyfriends Johnny got or how many girlfriends Susie got. That is their business. All right? But when Keisha start acting up, we got to get Keisha right. Right? We got to get her right. Say, nah, Keisha. Not like that. Thus saith the Most High. Okay, you going off. All right. You going off. Put them Timberlands back. All right. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Most High have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes.
Yes.
For his device is against Babylon to destroy it. Because it is the vengeance of the Most High, the vengeance of his temple.
Right. So what? That's the Medes, right? So now you're going into the historical names of, the Medes are like the Iranians. Okay. So remember, you got Ishmael over there, but you also got the Medes. And they kind of mixed up, kind of hard to tell the difference, but they're more the East Indian looking type. Because East Indian was the Persians, the Medes, you had Elam. So there's different families over there. Sometimes we put them all Ishmael, Arabs. No, when you look closely, they're all not quite the same. There's a couple different families over there. They're not all Ishmael. Okay? Some are Ishmael, some are the Persians, some are the Medes, some are Elam. You know what I mean? Different families over there. So he said he's going to raise up that spirit in the families over there, and they're going to gird their weapons, man. And who they going to come against? Babylon. Yeah. Okay, read.
Verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, for the Most High have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come.
Right, so what country dwell upon more waters than America? I mean that it borders many different seas. Okay, you have everything from the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Gulf, the what is that they call that? The Bering Straits on top. What's on top on the other side of it? Coming towards Canada and all that, right? The Arctic Ocean.
Yeah.
It's all over. It sits upon many waters, meaning it has sides all over that border. All right? Talking about America, man. All right? Read on.
O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures.
I ain't got to tell you about that. Abundant in treasures. Everything is here. You know what I mean? Read.
Thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness.
Right.
The Most High of hosts have sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men, and they shall lift up a shout against thee.
Right, meaning that there's going to be a lot of uproar and mass fighting going on. You saw what happened in Charlottesville, right, Virginia? You're going to see that more and more. There's going to be groups clashing with each other. This is all prophecy at the time. Remember, our salvation, when you see these things, it's all written, man. You should be excited. Why happened to Charlotte? People worry. Oh my God, I can't believe this. What is this country coming to? Oh my goodness. And I'm like, yeah, said it. Because I know when I see that, listen, it's coming close. What? White power. I'm with you, man. That's right. White power. Get him, man. Wake up, Esau. You should pray for them, man. Listen, because she don't know prophecy. How she know when she see this? That means that what? The blessing is coming. The promise is coming. We supposed to be excited and energetic and say, yo, the promise, the blessing is coming. Right? When this cat Trump is backed by David Duke and they coming out and the KKK is in the headlines, it's a beautiful thing. Because the scriptures say he's going to discover her skirt. He's going to lift her skirt. They ain't going to be to hide all this anymore. We know that what y'all about. All they Satan worshiping and all that is all going to be put in the forefront. I'm trying to tell you, you literally going to see it plain as day. Yes, we just come from this satanic temple. And we had a wonderful service. Master Grand Wizard, Theodore. And he's going to be straight, yes. For all my folks, the horns of Rome. And you're going to look at that thing and be like, wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Remember, I told you, they're not going to hide this no more. Most High is showing us how the time is changing. You know, I mean, we went from being surprised somebody was homosexual to now providing a whole transgender, not just the bathroom, but a whole transgender community. Right? Where they got provisions for transgenders in many different ways. We were surprised that somebody come out that they was homo. Right? Now you're talking about you're not just homo. I don't even know what you are.
That's crazy. That's nonsense.
Where did we get here? We made jokes, but they moving fast, man. They sped up the time. They really sped up the time. Okay? There's, you know, it's all characteristic, and we got to pay attention to all these things. All right? Because nobody waiting on us. Sometimes we might get a little lax, a little, you know, a little comfortable. Nobody waiting on us, man. If we're not up to date, up to time with the times that we're going to fail. We don't want to fail. I don't want to fail. You shouldn't want to fail. All right? We here for a purpose. We got a reasoning for why we make that trek, make that drive. We come together. Sometimes spirits want to attack. Don't go this week. You tired. You sleepy. You're going to fall asleep in class. Well, put some water in your face and get to class. Because that's just Satan trying to keep us separated. A lot of our people, they fail. Satan gets the best of them, the flesh. Right? We talk about the flesh, right? And the spirit and the flesh sometimes. Matter of fact, Messiah told us the best. Give me Matthew 26:41. Matthew's 26, verse 41. Yeah.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 41.
Okay.
Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Right. Watch and pray that you don't enter into temptation. Why? Because there's a lot of things in this earth want to tempt you to be away from the Most High. This earth wants you to forsake the Most High. Okay? And your flesh, right? Your body comes from where? This earth. Okay? So you got battles outside of you and inside of you that you have to break through to do the will of the Most High. Read it.
The spirit indeed is willing.
Your spirit want to be here. You want to be here all the time. Your spirit want to do right and want to keep the commandments and wants to praise Yah. Right? Your spirit wants to do this all the time. Read on.
But the flesh is weak.
But the flesh want to go the tempted route. Because our flesh is of this earth, man. Okay? You know, we have that spiritual internal battle always. That's why it's incumbent upon us to constantly be reminded. When we have these classes, you being reminded, I'm being reminded. As you read the scripture, I'm reading the scripture again. Right? Oftentimes we come, I don't know what we're going to end up going into, but the spirit just, it speaks expressively. Unless somebody give me a particular topic, you know, we're just going to ride in the spirit. But just, watching things throughout the week, seeing what's happening in this earth, I'm full of excitement, man. You know? I see, man, Trump get up there and talk all that mess. I was like, man, I was just, I was tired of them, Obama and them lullabying everybody back to sleep, man. You know what I mean? Thinking that, right? It gave everybody a stimulus package, and man, everybody just went right to sleep. Right? It was like a warm milk. Everybody knocked out. America's the greatest. They gave me $1,700 that weekend. It didn't even make it through the weekend. Oh, I can pay this, I can pay that, I can pay this, I can pay that. Oh. I don't have more money. Mm-hmm. Right? Because you got some scriptures say we put our money in a bag with holes. What's those holes called? Bills. Right? That's what we do. That's his kingdom. Right? Everything is written. We just got to read it. Mm-hmm. Right? So now let's get back to Matthew 10 now. Because that's where I was supposed to be. We're going to travel the world. Matthew 10 and verse 2. We'll read one against us. And then 2.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits,
right,
to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness.
Hallelujah.
And all manner of disease.
That's the kind of spiritual power we're supposed to want. Heal our people, man, mentally, physically, spiritually. Let's get this healing going. Read.
Now the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, and Bartholomew, Thomas, and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was
Thaddeus,
Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12,
when he said he was a Canaanite, I don't know if people he was of another people. That means he was from that land. Okay, from that land. Okay. Read on.
Verse 5. These 12 Yahweh sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not,
right,
but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right, so go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he said, don't go to the Samaritans, don't go where the Gentiles are. Okay? Don't go to these other nations. Go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel and tell them what?
And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Their faith was going to determine their fate. Right? We read that, we say it again. Their faith is going to determine their fate, meaning that they must believe on the Most High, so they can determine their walk on how they're going to serve the Most High and enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay. Remember, the ones that have, the saints that have passed, they are still with the Most High. They're waiting on the day of resurrection. Right? Well, the scriptures say the dead shall rise. Okay, first. So there's those that walk this life and have found themselves worthy of the kingdom already. They just waiting on that time. Okay? They're waiting on that time. All right, read on.
Verse 8. Heal the sick.
Right.
Cleanse. So I get the lepers. Raise the dead.
Come on.
Cast out devils.
Cast out devils. Read on.
Free and receive. Free give.
Right. He supposed to be charging people for this. Read on.
Neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purses.
Come on.
Nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves. For the workman is worthy of his meat.
Right, meaning that what? As you go forth, you're going to get taken care of. People are going to take care of you. That's what they were telling you. So they went forth to do this work, and they said, don't worry about carrying all that. Everywhere you go, as long as you be doing my work, the people are going to take care of you. They're going to bless you and give you what you need. Read.
And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence.
Right, so what? Every city you enter, what? Find out if there's any brothers and sisters that's about the Most High. So you go bless them and teach them and deal with them. Okay, find out who's worthy. Okay. We go forth. You might go on a journey, you might go somewhere. Say you go to Texas. You know, the first thing I'm going to be looking for is any brothers out there? I'm going to link up with brothers, man, see what they doing. And then say I go on Georgia, I'm going to go, hey, any brothers out there? You check, hey, brother, you know anybody in Georgia? So I can link up. I mean, we can break bread, we can trade knowledge, information, understanding. You know what I mean? They might know, they might need some help teaching somebody or something. Okay. Whatever country you go to, got a country. Inquire, is there brothers in that country? Put that country name in, put Israelite in the youth. That's what I do. Or YouTube, put the country name, Israelites. See if something pops up. Let me know if anybody's out there. How can I link up? How can I get there? You know what I mean? Right? This is what he was telling you to do. Just like in Ezekiel 9:4, he said, go to the midst of the city, go to those that sigh and cry with abominations thereof. Where are the people that have a problem with the things of America? Go talk to them. They may not have this truth, but at least they got a problem with it. At least they got a common enemy. Okay. Conscious community or rebel, you know, anybody is against this system because they halfway there. Okay. You just got to bring them home with the Most High while my second was shot. Okay. The kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. This is what the time, this is what we're supposed to be doing. Waking the children up. Okay. Not getting lax in America. Okay. Give me Micah 2 verse 10. We're going to wrap with that. I know my time is. Micah 2 verse 10.
Book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10.
Come on.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right, so the Bible says arise and depart, because this is not your rest. Don't get too comfortable in America. This is not it yet. We still got to go home. All right, we went through scriptures, we got to go to our homeland. This is not our homeland. Jerusalem's our homeland.
Because it is polluted.
Because this area, this place is obviously what? Polluted, not just physically, mentally. Delusions of all kind of fake righteousness, self-righteousness being taught to our people. They feel so righteous, they go to church on Sunday. You know what I mean? They say, oh, that's, oh, you know, get with your woman, they say you got to put a ring on her finger, or it's not righteous. Right? Would the Bible say anything about this? Okay, read on.
It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Come on.
If a man walking.
That's it on that. And this place will destroy us even with a sore destruction. So we don't want to give our hearts, our mind, our spirit over to this place. Come on. We'll make sure that we forsake the ways of America, the ways of this kingdom, in as much different ways possible. Okay? Right? And replace them with the ways of the Most High Yah. I want to understand it and make sure that we're being guided by the words that are written in the scriptures and the spirit of the words too. All right? Not just the letter, but the direction, the understanding, the big picture, of what the Father required of our people. All right, so close it out. We'll get Ecclesiastes. How's that? 13 and 12. 12 and 13.
Yeah.
12 and 13. 12 and 13.
The book book of Ecclesiastes.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, with that, I say, conclude this class. That's why everybody logged in online. Continue to log in. You got questions, you got things you want me to go into, feel free to send that information in. Those things, and and everybody get edified and move it up in the spirit and got what they need to survive in this kingdom. All right. So we're gonna invite him, we'll put you out Yerushalayim, stand and face Jerusalem. Gonna bless the Most High. Thank you for giving us this Shabbat service, this understanding of the scriptures. And we're gonna set up the Lord's Prayer. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh the power.
By Hashem?
Yahweh Shah.
By Hashem?
Yahweh Shah.
Mashiach Tapalah. Yerushalayim Kudash. Repeat the Hebrew. Abba Yanawa.
Abba Yanawa.
Asherah.
Asherah.
Hawa'ah.
Hawa'ah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Yakadasha.
Yakadasha.
Yahah.
Yahweh.
Shakah.
Shakah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ah.
Ba'ah.
Hamokafka.
Hamokafka.
Yaisha.
Yaisha.
Right is a one ka.
Ratatawanka.
Ka.
Ka.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Kan.
Kan.
Baratiza.
Baharatiza.
Lathaf.
Latah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Lacham.
Lacham.
Kol.
Kol.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Basalach Manawa.
Wasalak Nanawa.
Chababat Yanawa.
Rawak Nanawa.
Bawa'ah.
Abawa'ah.
Salach Nawa.
Salak Nanawa.
Gum.
Gam.
Achayabya.
Akayamya.
Shalanawa.
Shalanawa.
Wa.
Wa.
La'ah.
Na'ah.
Tabiyanawa.
Tabnayanawa.
Al.
Al.
Nasa.
Nasa.
Akah.
Akah.
Mahatazayo.
Lahatazayaw.
Lanawa.
Manawa.
Man.
Man.
Harai.
Harai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Lakah.
Makah.
Hawa'ah.
Hawa'ah.
Ha.
Ha.
Mokaf.
Makah.
Ha.
Ha.
Kach.
Ha.
Wa.
Wa.
Ha.
Ha.
Kabawad.
Kabawad.
Ba'ilam.
Ba'ilam.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahushua.
Amen.
Amen.
Lord's Prayer, English.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, our Father which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Hashem, Hamashiach Yahushua, the water of the yard. Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let's do most high hand. Hallelujah. All right, getting ready to do again. Class tomorrow noon. Shabbat service. We're going to the portion, into the law. Learn our heritage, our history, our law. We're getting full understanding. Precept upon precept. Shalom.